Welcome to Caldwell County Today. I'm Paige Counts, Public Information Officer for Caldwell County. Today, we have joining us the Foothills Veterans Winter Stand Down, a good portion of that committee. And I'm just going to ask them to start around the room because today's is going to be a panel discussion, and let them introduce themselves.
My name is Timothy Swan. I am the Communications and Safety Supervisor for Greenway Public Transportation, and I served 6 years in the Army National Guard.
Larry McMullen, retired Sergeant Major, U.S. Army. We helped start the stand down in 2010 in Hickory, and it's flowed over to Caldwell County and a couple of other counties.
Good morning. My name is Rodney Woody. I'm a retired United States Army Major. I'm also with the North Carolina Department of Commerce Division of Workforce Solution. I cover Caldwell, Catawba, and Alexander counties in that area.
Good morning, Mark Barber. I'm the Associate Dean, Vocational Technical and Personal Enrichment Programs at Caldwell Community College, also a co-chair, and also retired Air Force Reserves.
Stanley McCormick, United States Marine Corps retired, co-chairman for the Veterans Winter Stand Down.
I'm Regina Goforth. I'm the Director of Caldwell County Veterans Service. I am not a military personnel, but I'm a proud mother of a retired 32-year Sergeant Major son.
Good morning. My name is Frances Johnson. I am also a veteran during peacetime. Very proud of that. I work for the North Carolina National Guard and am a giant resource center for service members and their families in several counties.
I'm Wayne Mihelich. I'm a retired United States Navy Command Master Chief. I did 31 years on active duty, and I taught at West Caldwell High School with the Navy Junior ROTC program for another 15 years after that. And I'm here representing the American Legion. I'm a member of Post 29 here in Lenoir, and I'm also the Division 5 commander.
Well, let me say welcome to you all and thank you for your service. Let's start with, what is a stand down?
Okay, in the 80s, a couple of guys in San Diego saw all of the homeless veterans walking around, and they came up with the idea, why don't we do the same thing here that happened in Vietnam? Stand down in Vietnam was a couple of days of mission-free time that you could get showers, haircuts, medical care, good food or hot food, and all of that stuff back in the rear, and you didn't have to worry about your mission. So they started in the 80s, and it was completely just veterans, no organization else besides them. And they got with the VA and had it funded. And it's steamrolled now to about 35 states that have stand-downs for veterans. Our stand-down, including this one and the one in Hickory, is different from about 99% of the others because we take no federal money. All of our money comes through donations. And that's real good because we can have a stand down every day for a veteran in need. And we do that with people who go to the VSO offices and ask for help.
What can veterans expect when they arrive at the stand down?
Yeah, so it's, once again, we're all volunteers. We're going to be helping out. We've got food vendors. We've got other vendors that's going to be helping out. But they're going to be around their fellow, military members. We're going to be providing things like some medical counseling, employment-related services. We're going to provide some community service, some education for them to, really it's to give them some hope. It's to offer them some opportunity for to be around people that are like them in a safe environment, and also to provide them resources and information that maybe can help assist them, particularly the ones at risk.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, Paige, I was going to say this is going to be one day where all the veterans can come together in a central location and just have camaraderie with the other veterans and community organizations.
And I think it's also important to mention this, not just Caldwell County, it's Caldwell County plus the surrounding areas as well. So last year we served a little less than 200 veterans, and then I think the year year before that, it was close to 275 or something. So we had a little setback last year, but once again, we're expecting at least 200 or so. So we're looking forward to it.
One of the things that makes our stand-downs different, it's for all veterans. It makes no difference if you're homeless or not. And if you're supported through the VA, it has to be for homeless veterans. But our veterans can come and they can get information on how to file claims, who to file them with, what doctors are available that give discounts to veterans and so on.
And also, as Larry mentioned, the stand down is for all veterans. And when we say all veterans, we mean all veterans regardless of your discharge. So, and also spouses are invited to this stand down as well.
Paige, if I may add to this conversation, one of the things, and I'll let Stanley correct me, one of the things they'll see when they come in that we'll have 41-plus vendors that will be set up there that will be providing all types of services that, Mark spoke on a while ago. So, there's going to be lots of people there with support and pretty much anything that the veteran may be looking for as far as that goes.
Also along those lines, there'll be different veterans organizations there. You don't have to be affiliated with any veterans organization to come, but we'll be there to allow people, if they want to, sign up for any of these veterans organizations, but also to show them that we're here, and we're here not just for this, but we're here every day of the week, every day of the year to support the veterans of the area and their families in any way we possibly can.
And I don't think anybody said the date for the stand down, but it will be November the 9th. And what times are those?
Yeah, so it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the J.E. Broyhill Civic Center. The doors will open up at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Yep, and we'll have breakfast, and then for lunch we'll have approximately 6 or 7 food vendors. It's going to be kind of a food court style, and since that is kind of a good lead-in, let me go ahead and I just want to make sure I kind of get all the food vendors. But Chick-fil-A, Bo's Family Entertainment, Colson Park is going to be there providing some food. Shake and Dog, Italy Grill, Southern Sideboard, the Mi Moquete, Mexican Foods, and McDonald's is going to be our food vendors.
Dental services will be available that day. Tell us a little bit about that.
So there are 3 cleaning slots available and 5 slots available for other services. Those times are going to be from 9 to 12. It is going to be at a dental office located in Hickory. We will be providing transportation for that, which we will provide more details with once the appointments have been scheduled. In order to schedule an appointment, they would need to contact Regina Horton at the Caldwell County Veterans Office. Additionally, if they do go for the dental appointments, it is a cross-county trip. It is going to take up a majority of the time that they would be at the stand down, so they may miss the ceremony, they may miss the vendors. Just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of that.
And also, as we mentioned at the opening of this meeting, is that the winter veteran stand down is for all veterans, not just veterans from Caldwell County, and that also includes dental services. So if there's a veteran out there in another county that wants to get dental services that day, again, they would need to contact Regina Goforth.
And please understand that this is going to be on a first come, first served basis. It's limited, so get a hold of her right away.
But veterans in this area have access to dental care year-round, is that correct?
Yes, they do. The Foothills Veterans Helping Veterans Program serves the people in need of dental care with adjoining care through the Catawba Community College. And any veteran, whether they need dental care or not, they need a cleaning or x-rays, they can schedule an appointment down there and get that done. And so I would advise everybody to do that. But if they need special care, they can go down, make an appointment down there, and they will contact a couple of our people, Jeff Horvath or Lori Lawrence, who can schedule further dental care throughout the year.
Larry, speaking about that dental care, if a veteran does contact Lori or Jeff, is there any cost to the veteran for this service?
Well, what they do, we have a sliding scale. If the person cannot afford it, then we try to cover that, and the dentist usually will help us out on that. Normally, what we do with anybody, any of the dentists that help our veterans, we try to cover their supplies and then whatever else throughout the year. Same thing with the community college. We give them a check usually every year to cover the care that veterans get when they go in, based on our advertising of the program.
Great. Larry, before we get into the process of the stand down, the events or whatever, could you tell us a little bit about how an individual or a company can donate to either of the stand downs?
Okay, if you will, our website is foothillsveteranshelpingveterans.com. And we have probably 45 or 50 partners listed on there that support us in whatever way they can. And if you want to make a donation, the information is on there to make a donation by check, and you just make it to, if it's for the winter stand down, they'll send a check in, and at the bottom, they'll have it listed winter stand down. And that money would go to paying, like insurance is coming up. We've got to cover the stand down here for insurance and a couple of other the monetary things. And so none of the, some people want to know how much we get paid. It's zero. We get no money for anything. None of the volunteers do. The driving, the food when we take veterans out, that comes out of the volunteer's pocket. Nobody gets paid, and that makes our program unique, that no one receives a penny for the volunteer work they do.
Larry, let me ask you a question on donations and stuff like that. If you're a frugal person, is this a tax write-off?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We're a tax exempt organization.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic.
Okay, as we're talking about services, I was standing here thinking, this is a good opportunity for veterans to connect with services in our community. And you've already mentioned some of those. Mark, I know you've got folks from the community college coming. Tell us some about what the community college is going to be offering.
Yeah, so we'll have our optometrist program that we have there, so they'll be checking for eye pressure and some other things related to eye diseases and things of that nature. We'll have our CNAs and our medical assisting, nursing students also helping with blood pressure checks and some just general overall wellness checks. Massage therapy will be there doing chair massages. And seems like there may be one or two other programs at the college there. The college, once again, owns J.E. Broyhill Civic Center, so we're going to be, loaning use for that facility as well. This is our eighth annual, I believe, stand down. So, but we're very pleased to do that. But the college really steps up. The college will also have folks there from student services to talk about educational programs as well as some GI benefits, related benefits as well.
Paige, our Caldwell County Department of Social Services, our Department of Health, and our Register of Deeds will also be there, so they will be giving them opportunities to know what's available at social services. The health department and the Register of Deeds will be doing the veterans ID cards again.
And speaking of the Register of Deeds, is there anything, or there somehow a way that a veteran can have a picture taken for a passport through the Register of Deeds?
The Register of
or-
Deeds now does offer passport, and they are also going to be at the stand down with that information about passports and the veterans ID cards. So that'll be available that day.
And Regina, while you're talking, tell us a little bit about what your office does.
My office, we file claims for the veterans. That's compensation claims, which means that a person was injured or something happened to them or while they were in service. We also file for pension claims. That's for a veteran that is in need because of their wealth. They fall below the guidelines for income. We also file for spouses. If the veteran has deceased, the spouse could be entitled to a non-service connected pension or DIC, which means her husband died of a service-connected condition. We also file for education. If your parents are a veteran, you can apply for the North Carolina State Scholarship, which is a 4-year paid scholarship to that child. 100 of those are given out yearly for the state. Caldwell County usually gives anywhere from 9 to 12 of those away per year, which is an honor for us. We also do hospital applications, which they can go to the VA Medical Center in Asheville or Hickory or Salisbury. We also do for our homeless veterans. If a veteran comes in and tells us that they're homeless or they have a need, we get in touch with our Veterans Helping Veterans, or ABCCM in Asheville, Greenway. There's all kinds of things that we can offer them. We do have supplies in our back that we can give them, a backpack and stuff to get them through the day and offer them to go to Yokefella. So we just do lots of things in our office, so there's no limit. We do ask for an appointments, but we do not turn anyone away. We have a walk-in. If you walk in, you're going to be seen. Somebody will see you that day.
I would like to add on to that. You mentioned the Asheville VA, Hickory VA, Salisbury VA. Just to get some information out there for any vets that may need it, we do offer those Thursday trips to the Asheville VA hospital. We have designated days that we go to the Salisbury VA, and then we also have cross-county trips from Caldwell to the Hickory VA. So if anyone does need that transportation, it's as simple as calling into Greenway and getting set up with us, and we'll see what we can do to get anybody on those trips.
Also, the Disabled American Veterans provides transportation to veterans that need to go to Asheville, Salisbury, Salisbury and the Seabock and Hickory. They just have to contact Jerry Haberly, and he has to verify they have an appointment, and then he'll schedule them.
They only go, DAV only goes to Asheville on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I'm not sure when they go to Salisbury because I haven't heard that.
Also with Greenway Transportation, they're going to be at the actual stand down, and they're going to be helping assist those mobility impaired veterans that's maybe parked in the far corners of the parking lot. So they'll be able to assist and shuttle them to the front door and then back to their vehicle at the end as well. So we really appreciate them stepping up.
We'll have a lift-equipped van for anybody that's utilizing any mobility devices, whether it's walker, wheelchair, cane, anything like that. So just glad to be able to kind of assist there.
Giving easy access for folks who come. And when folks come, they'll have breakfast, and then they'll go into, you've got a program of sort, I don't know what you call it, but to bring everybody together, you have a guest speaker. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, this year, we're going to have the honor of having a wonderful person, Dr. Rick Van Dett. I don't have his biography here in front of me, but I want to share a few things about him. Dr. Van Dett is retired, but you would never know that. He's a very, very, very involved individual. He's involved in more veteran organizations than I could probably speak of. But Dr. Van Dett, he is the prior superintendent of the Hickory Public Schools, where he served for a number of years. He also served in the Air Force and Army from 1962 to 1966. And he actually went in the Air Force and got assigned to the Army. And he did go to Vietnam, so he is a Vietnam vet, and just a wonderful person. He will be our guest speaker this year, and he'll be sharing some things with the betterment of everybody. So, yeah, we're looking forward to Dr. Van Dett being a part of that this year.
So speaking a little bit about the breakfast, so the doors will open up at 8, so from roughly 8 to about 8:55, we'll be serving breakfast. At about 5 till, we'll ask everybody to go ahead and enter into the auditorium where we'll start the program. The program will last probably 20, 25 minutes or so. Wes Caldwell, Junior ROTC, will be providing the color guard. We'll have, the invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance, et cetera, and then we'll do some.
We'll do some giveaways.
Yeah,
We'll do some giveaways throughout the opening ceremonies, and we may have some individuals that will come in and sing a few songs. We're just waiting to get that confirmed. But overall, opening ceremonies, the veterans coming in are going to have a great time.
Yep. It'll conclude about 9:30, and then we will release everybody upstairs to go to the vendor tables, and then we'll have also some clothing issues. Don't expect a whole lot, but we will have some clothing available, thanks to the Hickory Elk Lodge as well. They've provided some shoes and some clothing as well. So we really appreciate what they're able to do as well.
Stanley, you mentioned the giveaway. How does someone get that?
What we're going to have is when you come in, you're going to get a ticket, and a couple of those tickets are going to have a star on it. So if you get a ticket with a star on it, please hold on to it. And as we get other donations in, we'll announce that throughout the ceremony or throughout the event during the day.
Paige, he's talking about tickets. Those tickets are for meals. You have to have a meal ticket, so don't throw that ticket away. That's very important, but it will have a special star on the back for individuals, and we don't know who they'll be. Well, just ever who gets it.
So when they come in first thing in the morning, American Legion Post 392, I'm a member of that post in Hudson, and so we will give them the meal tickets. We will take care of them when they come in and direct them where to go for breakfast and different things through the day. We'll also give them a big bag that has, they can carry around and get their information, papers, whatever the resources that they have at that time.
I want to touch back on West Caldwell ROTC, who will be presenting the colors. Tell us a little bit about the ROTC at West Caldwell.
The West Caldwell NJROTC, actually, this color guard that's going to be performing, it has something unique in that at the American Legion National Convention this year, they competed in a junior ROTC class, and these cadets won first place.
Wow.
And they are the American Legion national champions. And this program in the future will continue on. I'm trying to help the folks right now in New Orleans, where we have our next convention, to have the same thing. And if everything works out, these young men from West Caldwell High School will be going down to New Orleans and competing there also next year.
And that's very exciting for our community. Mm-hmm. What have we missed about the stand down?
I would like to announce if the veteran is unable to get their own plates or their own food, there will be people there that can assist them to sit and get their food and make sure that they're taken care of.
And I also want to touch back on, we went over the mobility shuttle that we'll have. We went over the transportation for the dentist office. We also offer transportation the day of the stand down to get to the stand down, as long as they call the office a week in advance. And it's no cost to them for the stand down. So they just need to get in contact. They can either get in contact with Regina at the Caldwell County Veterans Office, or they can get in contact with Greenway directly.
Also, that this event, we couldn't do it without really the host of organizations that we have here and others that are not represented here today. But just think of it as a one-stop access to programs and services, all focused on the veteran, those at-risk veterans, as well as any type of prevention issues or anything that he needs, or counseling. That's really the main focus. It's all about them that day, and we'll make sure that they're recognized.
And speaking of veteran services, we have been approved for, and I'm going to get this wrong, so correct me, Veterans Court, is that correct?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about that. 2 weeks ago, well, let me start by saying that I am a member of the Catawba County Veterans Treatment Court team, and we meet every other Thursday. Matter of fact, we'll be meeting this afternoon at the courthouse in Newton. But about a year ago, or close to a year ago, we submitted a grant to see if we could pull Caldwell and Burke County in. Well, we've been waiting. Anybody that's written a grant knows it takes forever to get those approval. But as of 2 weeks ago, we were approved for a $990,000 grant that will expand over the next 4 years, which means that we will now be pulling in Caldwell and Burke County. So veterans that are justice involved, they can get into that program. They have to be selected into the program, but they can request it on their own. They have to request it. But, you know, they'll go before our committee, and, you know, we make a decision whether they can come in, and we can't have any violent crimes like murders or, you know, anybody like that. But we do take felonies and misdemeanors. So we're looking forward to that. We're still waiting on some things in the court system to happen before we start, you know, pulling them in. Now, what will happen when this starts, we won't have court here, or we will not have court in Burke County. Everybody in these counties will have to come to Catawba County. So, you know, the veteran has to come to us in Catawba County, but we'll still be there for them. So we're excited about it. You know, there was a couple times there we wasn't sure if we was going to get the grant, but, and those grants are very hard to come by across the United States. And that's the Bureau of Justice Administration is the one that provides that money, and that money's tight. So anyway, but we're excited about it. We look forward to it. And, you know, we hope to help, you know, these veterans that are justice involved, you know, get things turned around in their life and get them on the right track. So we're excited about that.
Talk a little bit, pat yourself on the back a little bit about the court system here, the number of people that one county has had in the program versus counties with 16 or more, or programs with 16 or more counties, and we surpassed their numbers.
Well, yeah, you're right. We do have we actually right now in the state of North Carolina, we have 8 veterans treatment courts. We were the 5th, and when I say we, Catawba County, we were the 5th VTC to be erected and come up through the program. We have held for the last 2.5 years, we have been the #1 veterans treatment court in the state of North Carolina. We have normally somewhere between 20 and 23 veterans on our docket every week or every other week. And yes, we have. We've, you know, there's a county down east that really covers multiple, like you said, 14 to 16 different counties, but we still are outdoing all of them. And yeah, I want to say that, you know, I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, but, you know, we've got a wonderful program here, and we have already graduated 8 veterans, and I can tell you at this point, all 8 of them are doing great. There has been no relapse. Their sobriety is 100% spot on clean, and they are doing great. And we're looking to have our next graduation from the Catawba County Veterans Treatment Court in December. We don't have an exact date yet, but we're looking forward to that. So,
And that will be a special one because you'll be graduating females.
that is correct. Yes, yes. We will have our 2. We've got 2 female veterans. They've already passed, or they've already completed the course. They're just waiting on the graduation day. But yeah, this will be our special time to, you know, to applaud them for their hard work and their efforts. And both of these young ladies are doing absolutely fantastic. So, you know, we're proud of that, proud of all of them for what they do.
And just think, when someone goes in the program, that saves the county roughly $50,000 a year in incarceration fees.
Yes.
So that is a spot-on thing to help save money for taxpayers and the counties. And one of the things about the program, you have to be a veteran to volunteer to help veterans. Talk a little bit about it, if you would.
Well, in each one of the veterans, when they get into the program, they are pinned. We go through a ceremony, and they get pinned on their lapel, and they are assigned a mentor. Now, that mentor, like, let's say the veteran that's justice involved, let's say he was a Marine or she was a Marine, then we're going to fix a mentor that's a Marine also. Because even though we're all military-minded, every branch talks a little bit different, and we, we do things a little bit different than the other branches. We pick on each other a lot, but we try to do that. And also, if we do have female veterans, we, of course, do our best to put them with a female veteran of that same branch. So, so we will definitely be looking for mentors in Caldwell County. We'll be looking for mentors over in Burke County as well, and, to be helping us out on that. So, and a mentor really is just a person. You're not a drill sergeant. You're not somebody there to hound them. You're just a sounding board, just to kind of keep them on track. They may need just somebody to have to talk to. So, and we've found that is, extremely successful in this program as well. So, that's about it.
So may I add that, although this is a stand down that we're putting together for veterans, we would like for veterans to know that there's always a place where they can go to and receive help. They can contact the Veterans Crisis Line. They can contact any member of this panel up here, and we will be more than glad to guide them in the right direction.
Let me add that the biggest part of the stand down is to give out information. That's the thing, and all of the vendors there are there to, on their own, to support the needs of veterans. And
section, so they will be there as well.
And a veteran just needs to ask questions. Talk about a bag, but the bag that's up here is the most important thing. Get the information and use it.
Yeah, so once again, we're going to be honoring the veterans that day. So it's going to be November 9th. The doors are going to open up at 8. The program's going to start from 9. It's going to last till 1. We know that North Carolina has one of the largest veterans populations in the nation. And we also know that between Caldwell and our surrounding areas, it's about 25,000, 5,000 in Caldwell alone. So there's a lot of folks out there that need to know about this, and we encourage them, and we look forward, and we hope that they show up on November the 9th at this J.E. Broyhill Civic Center.
And all veterans, no one should hesitate to come. This is veterans and our community joining together to assist those veterans in any way we possibly can.
Paige, it's an honor for me to be on board with the stand down. I've done it since day one. But also, I'd like to thank you and your staff for the public relations that you put out there for us, because without you guys, we wouldn't be reaching those veterans, because not everybody comes into my office, so I don't see them. But I really would like to thank you and your staff for everything that you've done for our stand down and our veterans.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time that you have put into this stand down. Again, I'm going to try to get the day, time, all the logistics. Thursday, November 9th, doors will open at 8 a.m. Program will begin at 9 a.m. and then you'll have an opportunity starting around 9:30-ish to go and see all these wonderful vendors. And this all takes place at J.E. Broyhill Civic Center.
That's right. Lunch will be served at approximately 11:30, somewhere around there. And then once again, it'll be food style court. But thanks to those food vendors out there that I've already previously mentioned. But yeah, we are hoping for a big crowd, and so we're just excited about it, and we look so forward to this day. And it's our little way of just giving back to those veterans that have provided and sacrificed so much for us.
Thank you all, and thank you for watching Caldwell County Today.
Today we have the honor of welcoming home Air Force Captain Hall, who was born and raised here in Waynesville. After his F-4 Phantom crashed into the side of a mountain during a rescue mission of another aircraft, and he will be buried today at the Green Hill Cemetery next to his mother and father. At every American Legion event, we have the remembrance of the POW MIA chair and the ceremony before every meeting. There's no better way to honor it than by coming out and showing support as these soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines are returned back to their country from foreign soil. He's been missing since 1969. They found his remains with the other pilot also in the cockpit. We're going to form a flag line showing the colors of our country. We have honor guards here from various Western North Carolina posts. We're going to honor him and his family for his service. It's what we do.
The gentleman that we're here to bring home to honor, he was one of the KIA MIAs that's been missing since 1969. And we're here today to pay homage to what he did for our nation, and also to show his family that we've never forgotten about him. We're here at the end also. And by us getting together here to honor this gentleman, it reminds everyone what this nation stands for and what we as veterans stand for, because we never leave those that have fallen in action behind. We always bring them home, and that's what we're doing now. I brought the first national champions for the JROTC color guard for the American Legion so that they could see what we do and to show younger generations how important this is, and also for them to honor the ideals of what this nation stands for and the captain and his family as they bring him to his final resting point. I joined the Navy in 1973 and I retired in 2004. And this is a continuation of being able to help any way we can to show that we're part of that community. Whether we grew up in it or not, it's the right thing to do.